Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek toy review. Today's video we've got another Indiana Jones adventure series, a 2-pack of Marcus Brody and René Belloq to review. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we have a special treat for you Indiana Jones fans. It's another selection of figures from the Indiana Jones Adventure series. This one is the only 2-pack that Hasbro have done so far, although it looks unlikely that we're going to be getting any more figures in this range. Something I'll be talking about in a future video. This was one of the last online exclusives. Now, this was actually, I believe, a Target exclusive originally, and then Target declined to have the product. They decided against it in the end. So it became an Amazon exclusive in the US, and also it's easily available on several websites over here in the UK. Now, this is something that I didn't originally order, bizarrely. As you'll know with my other Indiana Jones videos, I have been collecting the first wave and some of the second wave. Now, the first wave was predominantly all to do with Raiders of the Lost Ark and had to build the Ark artifact with it. So you collected the 5 figures, which was obviously this Indiana Jones figure here. And then you had Marion, you had Salah, you had Tolt, and you had Belloq in his ceremonial robes from the climax of the film. And obviously each figure comes with its own component parts for you then to build the Ark of the Covenant. So I'd originally ordered that from a website called Kapow Toys. Really good website. They're very competitive with the pricing and they great customer service. And this is an example of their excellent customer service. Now, Belloq in his ceremonial robes was out of stock in quite a few places, so I ordered it from Kapow Toys. And then after a couple of weeks, it hadn't turned up, so I did query it with them. They were very, very quick to respond, and they said, let's look into it. We have the tracking number. And I said from my side, Royal Mail says the parcel's not been received. And then a couple of days later, they came back and said, yes, we've confirmed it, unfortunately, and these things does happen, the parcel had been lost. So they offered to either refund or replace, and I said, well, still want the figure, so I'd like a replacement, please. Thank you very much. And they said, not a problem, we'll get that sorted out. And then literally, I think within the same day, they came back to me and he said, right, we have a problem, unfortunately. We don't have the figure in stock. We've sold all our stock and we're not able to get another figure. So again, what we can do is give you a refund and we're really, really sorry. Or we will replace it at no extra cost with this René Belloq and Marcus Brody 2-pack. Now, given the fact that the Belloq figure was around about £24 and this set retails for $56.99. I think Kapow Toys was selling it for £52. I was like, well, I never intended on getting this twin pack. But that's a very generous offer and it's great customer service and absolutely fantastic. So they sent me this out instead as an apology and they didn't charge me any extra. So not only did I get myself a good bargain in the meantime, I also got what appears to be a great twin pack with these 2 figures. But that's enough rambling about me. Let's just move Indy a little bit to the side and let's have a closer look at the packaging. Now, with it being a twin pack, it's still that same kind of glossy effect for the renders of the figures and the Indiana Jones logo on the front. This lovely kind of artwork that you've got here. I just love the design of this range. Some lovely artwork there of Denham Elliott, who played Marcus Brody, and there they are from the scene in Raiders when he came into the classroom. And then on the side you've got Paul Freeman as René Belloq in his kind of desert suit. offering that he wears for the kind of like the second act of the film. And there he is with obviously Marion and Colonel Dietrich, who unfortunately doesn't look like we're going to get a figure of him. Again, that's something I'll talk about in the next Indiana Jones video that I do. But there you go on the back, obviously with the map background, renders again of the figures, and obviously a description of what they come with. So that's enough about the packaging. Without further ado, let's open up this box and have a closer look. So plastic-free packaging as usual, and again it's a very similar setup to the individual figures. Here we have, it looks like the two figures in their little kind of like paper tissue sections, and also the extras that you get in here, which we'll just take out. Okay, so that's I think the extras there. They're all actually sealed with sellotape this time. And there's Belloq there. And this, it must be Marcus. Just have to try and bend him out. They're actually fixed in a lot better than what they are with the individual figures. So, what we'll do, we'll have a look at Marcus Brody first.
I had it, Marcus. I had it in my hand. What happened? Yes. Huh. Belloq, you want to hear about it? Not at all. I'm sure everything you do for the museum conforms to the International Treaty for the Protection of Antiquities. It's beautiful.
So here he is. His legs are a bit all over the place. I think that's just basically because they've shoved him in into the packaging there. Again, they come in this lovely kind of like design that of the South American, the South Pacific maps. Atlantic Ocean, very much of the Indiana Jones style with the plane there. I just love that little extra feature. And here he is, and that, first of all, is an excellent facial sculpt of Denham Elliott as Marcus Brody. Effectively, this line, a lot of it is becoming like man in suits in different variations. And that's probably why perhaps some collectors or some kind of like fans of the franchise haven't really kind of like taken to this line, or you know, some collectors have decided to leave it because you know it's effectively, there's not many kind of like aliens, there's not like you know, any fantastic creatures or anything. It's not like Star Wars. It is literally just a lot of men in suits. But that sculpt of Marcus Brody is very, very good. He does look a little bit pale, but I think that may be just more to obviously his skin tone compared to Indy's, because obviously Indy's like supposed to be a little bit tanned because he goes globe trotting everywhere. Doesn't have the sweatiness as some of the other figures have had. There's a little bit there, so I might just give it a quick once over with the matte spray just to take that tiny bit of gloss off it, but it is still a very, very good likeness there of Marcus Brody. We're not going to really get into much. It's a standard kind of like figure, standard articulation, butterfly joints on the top of the arms, obviously elbows. The wrists swivel, you've got thigh swivel there, you've got, you know, it moves the waist, and obviously you've got movement in both the feet and the knees. So yeah, you know, it's a standard guy in a suit. But I am interested in the two accessories that it comes with, which we'll have a look at now.
That's it.
God. Yes, that's just what the Hebrews thought.
Now what's that supposed to be coming out of there?
Lightning. Fire. Power of God or something.
trying to understand Hitler's interest in this.
Oh, yes. The Bible speaks of the Ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. An army which carries the Ark before it is invincible.
So, just get the accessories out here. Oh dear, well, I've seen Belloq's accessory is a little bit bent, but we'll cover that when we look at the figure. So, Marcus comes with 2 accessories. Oh, I nearly lost that. One of them is probably one of the tiniest accessories that we've had in the range so far, but I do believe the Club Obi-Wan Indy also comes with some tiny accessories. It's a little apple. I don't know if you can really pick that up. Yeah, it's an apple, and I've just dropped it again. That obviously he picks up from the desk when they're in the classroom. But the biggest kind of like accessory that you get with Marcus is this book. Now, this is actually what Indy carries. It's one of his, teaching books. But obviously it's come with Marcus. And now the detail around there, the leather bounding, that's great. But it also comes with these clasps. And if you can lift those clasps up and you can open it out. And obviously it's not got individual pages, but you can open it out to see that, which is the scene where they describe the powers of the Ark, which is just marvellous. That is an absolutely fantastic accessory to have. Just look at that. That's really cool. You know, the Ark speaks of levelling mountains, laying waste to cities. An army that carries the Ark with it is invincible. So that's a really, really cool accessory there that they've put in with this figure. Just looking at his hands, for some bizarre reason Marcus has a trigger finger, even though I don't think he ever has a gun in the entire 2 films that he appears in. Obviously he appears briefly in the beginning and end of Raiders. But he's more pivotal in The Last Crusade, and obviously when Denham Elliott sadly passed away. I think in 1993, he passed away. Obviously, he wasn't around for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but they did a nice bit of some callbacks to him and a nice tribute of him, with him having his portrait in the hallway of the college, and also the bust, the statue that they had in the grounds of the college as well. So he did kind of appear in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Plus he has his picture on Indy's desk as well. But he holds the apple very, very well. That's very tightly held. I'm not sure I'm gonna have that on display like that, because I really don't want the apple kind of like getting lost. Now, can we tuck the book under his arm like that? That kind of works. Not really. So unless you really kind of like force that in there, that's probably okay, not too bad. Not too bad. That looks like it might just hold there. It's a shame he doesn't have more of like a carrying, cupping kind of like hand instead of a trigger finger. I really don't know why Hasbro gave him a trigger finger there. But we'll put Marcus at the back there, and we'll move on to René Belloq.
Belloq.
Good afternoon, Dr. Jones.
I ought to kill you right now.
Not a very private place for a murder.
Well, these Arabs don't care if we kill each other. They're not going to interfere in our business.
It was not I who brought the girl into this business. Please sit down before you fall down. We can at least behave like civilized people.
Okay, let's take this guy out of his lovely bit of tissue paper there. And again, he's in a bit of a contorted position. area. Oh, interestingly, he's got a bit of tissue paper around his waist. That's interesting. Is that part of the figure? No. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Oh right. Okay. I don't know why that's in place. Why would Hasbro do that? Ah, okay. I don't know whether that's to keep the jacket in place whilst he's in packaging. A bit of a bizarre thing there. Again, his legs are all kind of like twisted. Let's just straighten those up, straighten those feet up. For a minute then I thought he had 2 left feet. But no, they seem to be alright. Okay, so here he is, Paul Freeman as Rene Belloq, Ark Showdown. And yeah, it's another guy in a suit. Hey, but with a very good likeness of actor Paul Freeman as he appeared in the film. You cannot get that. Again, not much glossiness to the facial sculpt this time, which is good. Effectively, it's a guy in a suit. Looks like, let's just see, is it exactly the same kind of jacket? No, there is a difference. It doesn't look like the same jacket, and he's just fallen down. So it's not the same jacket there because it doesn't have the pocket on the top there. So that's slightly sculpted differently. Oh, I think they're all going to start falling over here. Yeah, there's not much else you can say. Again, he comes with a trigger finger, but that is because he does come with one accessory, and that accessory is, oh, the tissue paper's in place to keep his tie in place. Oh, because his tie is movable. It's not part of the sculpt. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's to stop it from breaking off, or if it's been when it's been put into packaging. It comes with one accessory. Let's try and get him just stood up here. Oh, his feet are absolutely mangled. We'll just put him there for the second. I don't think he's going to stand. He comes with this. Obviously a machine gun that shoots round corners. Honestly, what is going on there? That's been really bent by the packaging. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to stick that in a bit of warm water to straighten that out, and perhaps put a weight on the top of it just to get that pointing straight. Otherwise he's going to be forever shooting around corners, because that's just gonna, as it's been in packaging for so long, it's probably just going to keep warping round regardless. But yeah, there you go, a machine gun. Don't ask me what kind of machine gun. Obviously it's one that's German officers had during the Second World War. But yeah, no paint detail on it. But yeah, so he's designed to obviously hold that in this hand.
Hello! Why, Dr. Jones, whatever are you doing in such a nasty place?
Why don't you come on down here? I'll show you.
Thank you, my friend, but I think we're all very comfortable up here.
What a fitting end to your life's pursuits. You're about to become a permanent addition to this archaeological find. Who knows? In 1,000 years, even you may be worth something.
Son of a bitch.
So after a bit of maneuverability, yeah, he can hold the gun, and he can hold it like he holds it when he obviously threatens Indy with blowing up the Ark, when Indy's disguised and is part of the group, going to the area where they're going to open the Ark. Oh, look, it just looks ridiculous like that. You know, blow it up, you know, blow it up, send it back to God. So yeah, that's probably a pose that you're gonna have him in. So there you go. Again, it will look better once this has been fully submerged in some hot water and straightened out, but you get the idea there. And besides that, same articulation on Marcus Brody. Again, it's a man in a suit. I will still obviously get the ceremonial dressed Belloq, because I need to finish off the Ark with the poles. It's the only bit of the Ark that I haven't got, and it does come with those figures. So unless I can find them loose on eBay somewhere. But this is the only villain, I think, in the series that we get 2 figures of. So we get obviously him in his Ark Showdown desert suit, as they call it, and his ceremonial robes that were in the first wave. So there you go. There's Rene Belloq, or Belloq, as the Germans call him.
Hello? Jones? Jones! Your persistence surprises even me. You're gonna give mercenaries a bad name. You win. Blow it up. Zurück! 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 Yes, blow it up! Blow it back to God.
So here we have, we've just put the gun in here in a bit of warm water, and as you can see already, that has gone back into place because it's gone back to its plastic moulding. So actually it's not that too hot to touch, so you just need to keep it straight like that, and there you go. It now looks like a proper gun. It does not shoot round corners anymore. So we'll just let that dry, and it's still quite soft. It doesn't damage it by putting it in the very, very hot water, but it does obviously just make it more malleable for you to just, you know, straighten things up. A little tip there for you. So we'll just let that cool down a little bit and regain its rigidity, is that the word I'm looking for? And then we'll put it back in Belloq's hands. And there we have it. He's back with his machine gun, and Marcus has dropped the book, so I've just put it by his feet with the page open of the Ark picture. And there they are with their good friend Indiana Jones. It's a good set. I don't think it's really worth the £56 it retails for, but you can pick it up for around about 50 to 52 on most websites. Like I said, I wouldn't have ever got this. It was just by sheer fluke of Kapow Toys being very generous with a missing item that they supplied me with this instead, and you know, I am grateful. So I, you know, effectively got it for the price of one figure. They are welcome additions to my collection, and yeah, we will have some more Indiana Jones videos coming shortly. We do have some of the Wave 3, which is predominantly the Last Crusade, which are coming very, very soon. And also I'll be doing a kind of like a roundup video basically about the whole range, and you know, what kind of like has gone wrong, because it appears that Hasbro has decided to pull the plug on the range, sadly. So look out for those in the future. Please leave a like, it really helps out the channel, and if you're not yet subscribed or hit that notification button, then please do so to be notified whenever we upload some cool new videos, including those upcoming Indiana Jones videos that I have mentioned. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and we will see you very, very soon on Bearded Geek Toy Reviews. See you later.
I thought we'd settled that. The Ark is somewhere very safe.
From whom? The Ark is a source of unspeakable power, and it has to be researched.
And it will be, I assure you, Dr. Brody, Dr. Jones. We have top men working on it right now.
Who?
Top men.